You guys are awesome. I told you my favorite math problem ever was telling my neighbor about the amnio exam and the false positive. This is probably my second favorite ever. So this is 2010, 3.5 years ago. He had just discovered how to dress himself. Pretty awesome. As you can tell by his color combinations. Better than his old man, which is flat shorts and faded legs. But he also discovered Crocs. Crocs are awesome for kids. I mean, they're just amazing because they can pop them on, pop them off. You know, you just a little strap in the back. He seems to be a fan of the strap in the back right now. Him, like me, we tend to throw it forward.
Is that a cattle prod behind him on the...
That is his bike. That's his little Strider bike. Remember I talked about that? That's his bike with no pedals. His little Fisher plays the wheel right. Cattle prod. That's my wife cattle prodding my son. On the damn bike. Shoes on the wrong feet. So this was the first time I saw him. This was the first time. I forget where that was. That's not our house. It was somewhere though. That's how he used to wink too. Wink, Max. So I had the camera and I got the picture. I'm like, okay, so this is too much fun. So I saw the shoes, and I said, all right. So he's got them on the wrong feet, right? So I started asking myself, why does he have them on the wrong? He watches me put my shoes on, right? I thought, like this is me trying to get psychoanalytical now, and I don't know how to do this, but I do know somehow how to do a good experiment. So what I did was, I started watching him after he put his Crocs on. I didn't make a big deal about it. Like I didn't like watch him like a hawk while he's putting them on. I was like, let me do it like me at the shop, like fixing something to kind of glance over. And every once in a while I'd sneak a picture when he wasn't looking, or when I could think I could sneak it in, like walk by him, or something like that. Take a picture of something else. So I watched him over the summer, sometimes, not all the time. I don't want him to catch on. I don't want it to be that Schrodinger's cat thing. If you watch the cat, it starts acting different, or whatever. If you watch the item, it starts behaving differently. So I watched it 10 times. 10 times. And I noticed you guys just saw in at least 3 of those times, he had the shoes on the wrong feet. I didn't take pictures every time. Because again, the camera might cue off that something interesting is happening. And therefore you might change his behavior. So the only assumption I've got, because I don't know what's going on in his head, is if I see somebody with the shoes on the wrong feet, most of my friends are about my age. If they've got the shoes on the wrong feet, I'm assuming they're highly intoxicated. Or otherwise, you know, incapacitated. So I'm thinking, if Max has his shoes on the wrong feet, and I have his little wine collection well out of his reach right now, I'm guessing, he's guessing, and they're ending up on the wrong feet. That's my hypothesis. My hypothesis off the bat. Amaya?
Do you only do that with Crocs?
That's only wore that summer.
Okay.
As you can see, I wonder why. I don't know, old man wears it year round. But this was just Crocs. He was wearing all summer long Crocs. Barefoot in the house, Crocs outside, and barefoot outside. So this is why this is a beautiful little experiment for one brief 3-month window. Fair enough so far? So I got this hypothesis. I'm like, okay, why are they on the wrong feet these 3 times, at least? So I watched him 10 times through the summer. I tried to be as random as I could with when I was looking at him. And I started being random, we know that. We all do. Is the assumption of him guessing and me deciding in June to watch him 10 times and track the results binomial? Why is it not?
Not enough sample.
We never talked about that. We never talked about that. Oh, you mean I'm drawing too much and I'm destroying the probabilities?
Yeah.
This is a pure die roll. If I'm assuming he's guessing, that's the big if. If he is guessing, it's a coin flip, isn't it?
Yeah.
In other words, this is how I think Max is putting his shoes on. Here's the theory right here, YouTube world. Here's how I think my son is putting his shoes on. He goes outside, picks up a shoe. Which foot should this go on? Left. That's guessing in a nutshell. That's actually perfectly random guessing, isn't it? Perfectly random guessing. So there is no, if you will, there's nothing, I'm not taking anything out of the bin like a chicken. So knowing that, binomial, perfectly, actually almost too perfectly binomial. He's guessing every single time, yes? It's a 1 in 2 chance every single time. I'm not letting on that I'm watching him, so I'm not trying to coach him into knowing which way is right or wrong. I don't want to define right or wrong. I want to watch and observe. 1/2 each time. Fixed number of trials? 10 times. I told myself that. I said, I want to use this in class. 10 times. That's it. Sarah?
Out of curiosity, did you correct?
Nope, never said a word.
You let
Never
her
said a word,
wrong?
and Jen didn't either. I don't know if his friends did or not, but I never said a word, Jen never said a word.
Okay, so there wasn't learning.
I was trying to prevent learning, because if I allowed learning, what would happen? The probability would change, it would lose the constant complementary, well, it would lose the constant, the complementary would actually still be right or wrong. So I did not, no teaching occurred in those 3 months. I try to let Max fall down as much as I can, let him pick himself back up. I try try, unless it's going to be death-defying. So, but yeah, this was, okay, good. So binomial, we agreed? Let me see the distribution. Let me see the distribution. Build the distribution for this experiment, yeah? Yeah, build it. Let's put this right next to the screen. Can we zoom in a little bit, maybe? Nah, we'll just zoom in all the way. And then back out.